Another city police officer pleads guilty to robbing and selling drugs, protecting a heroin ring, and billing for overtime that he didn't work.
That's not good. ABC 2's Brian Kubler was inside that courtroom today, and he tells us about the fourth officer now to plead guilty to such charges. Brian.
Yeah, Jamie, this has become a trend since the indictment was unsealed in March. Detective Gondo, now the latest to say on second thought, I'm guilty. Detective Mamodu Gondo becomes number 4. Now, half of the officers accused in a BPD gun squad's robbery and extortion ring have pleaded guilty.
Sense of sadness in terms of my reaction, and pled guilty because they had the goods on him, so to speak.
And the government, it seemed, had more goods on Gondo. In addition to the main indictment that rounded up 7 others in his elite unit, the Gun Trace Task Force, Gondo faced individual federal charges of possession and intent to distribute hundreds of grams of heroin. He pleaded guilty to the first count of both indictments today and followed the example of former detectives Hendricks, Ward, and Ram. While we don't know some of the specifics of these plea deals, Gondo's attorney, Warren Brown, did say it is likely his client and others helped the government's case.
There is usually some form of cooperation on most people's part because that's the way of getting the sentence down. And in this case, I think all of these officers would do well to lend some cooperation to the government.
Now, the max Gondo faces is 20 years for the racketeering charge and 40 for that separate drug conspiracy. A sentencing date has not yet been set in his case. For now, we're live in downtown Baltimore this evening. Brian Kubler, ABC 2 News.
All right, Brian, for the latest on this story and other headlines, download our ABC 2 News app. You can get it by searching WMER right there in the App Store.